Hey guys, Joe here. Today I'm showing you guys my Losi SCTE. And one of the first things you guys are going to notice is I finally have my electronics installed. I apologize it took me such a long time, but with electronics this expensive, that it did take me quite a while to save up for them. So I'm using the Tekin RX8 Gen 2 speed controller, the Tekin Pro 4 HD 4300 kV brushless censored motor, and a Thunder Power 2S65C 6000 mAh lithium polymer pack. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is this Tekin ESC. Now this is an 8-scale ESC, but it is perfect for this truck. Reason being is this is a very heavy truck, and this is one of the few ESCs that can handle this truck. Now one of the common misunderstandings is that you need hot wire in order to program this ESC. But that is not the case. You have a series of LEDs down here. You have a mode button and an increment button. So you can do a ton of onboard programming. You have an excessive amount of things that you can do. Hot wire will give you a couple more advanced options. You can also update your ESC with hot wire. Right here you have your sensor cable if you guys are going to run censored motors. And here's your little fan wire. If you unplug that, you can plug in your hot wire right there. It's a very convenient place to plug it in. Right here you have a bunch of copper tabs for soldering on your battery wires and your motor connectors. So I'm absolutely loving the ESC so far. I can't wait to try it out in a race. You have a huge heat sink here. It's going to take a lot of heat out of the ESC. The case is opened up on all the sides. You can let wind get through there. And the fan has 4 screws so that you can slide out the fan. You don't have to worry about grass getting caught in it. And also the fan wire runs off the ESC, so it won't take up any ports on your receiver. So also another thing I love about this ESC is it has a very high rated BEC, allowing me to use a Savox servo without using a power capacitor, or as many of you may know as Glitch Buster from Racer's Edge. Novak also makes one. But anyways, I can run it right off the ESC, and it also saves me from using channels on the receiver. So I'm very impressed with that ESC so far. I've had no issues with it. Mounts perfectly in this truck, and it gives you plenty of wire to route the wire throughout the truck. So I didn't have to run any extensions or any of that. The Tekin motor has been an absolute beast so far. It has very smooth throttle, and with a 16 tooth, the motor temperatures are fine. I'm getting plenty of speed, and with that, plenty of torque. Once again, this motor is just an absolute beast for this truck. I can definitely tell you that this motor is worth all the money. This motor is rebuildable, so you can replace the rotor, the bearings, and a couple other things. However, you will need to do some modifications with this truck to put this motor in. You do need to sand down a little plastic piece and a screw. Both of them will push up against the motor and you'll have trouble mounting it, so you will need to grind those down. But I found that it wasn't that big of an issue. This battery I just got recently. It's my first time trying another brand other than Gen's Ace. I have to say I'm extremely impressed with it so far. Now this is the Pro Race series that Thunder Power produces, and it is their highest quality packs. They are rated 65C, and I do have to say that Thunder Power's packs are very underrated for what they really are. This pack is made in the US, and it is made out of very high quality material as well as built very well. For example, instead of soldering the 2 cells in the pack together, they actually weld them as well as weld a couple other things inside the pack. This pack is built to last, and it comes with a 2-year warranty. The hard case in this pack is very thick. I actually had a problem with one of my Gen's Ace packs that the case actually cracked and wasn't even on that bad of a crash, but I can't see that happening with this pack. It provides an excessive amount of punch, and it is just an insane pack. It is pretty pricey, but you really do get what you pay for. So I'm impressed with it so far. So I'm going to go ahead and plug in this system I have right here. So go ahead and plug this in. Your radio should be the first thing you turn on, or else you're doing something wrong. So I'm going to go ahead and turn on my 4PL. And here's my ESC. Now I have the switch mounted on the side. It's a perfect place to put it. So as you guys can hear the beeping, the fan comes on for a second. And once again, that fan only comes on when the ESC reaches high temperatures. So it's not going to be running the whole time. So one of my favorite things about this censored system is how slow you can move the wheels. So I'm going to show you guys. That is just crazy. Like, that's about the speed that some of the crawlers, the wheels move. And I'm getting that out of a crazy 8-scale brushless system. As you guys can see, it's very smooth. I wasn't even close to full throttle there. Savox servo's been great. Plenty of speed, plenty of torque. It is an awesome servo. Highly recommend it. And this battery provides all the power you'll need for your servo, your ESC, and your motor. So this is the perfect battery for all this. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the wheel spinning. Here we have it. With this motor, as you guys can tell, you will get plenty of air control. Even if you do have a couple nosedives. I found that when I jumped, when my car did nosedive, and even one time it was vertical, you just tap the throttle and it levels out instantly, which is totally epic. Now this motor has a 5mm shaft, so you should not have any issues shearing off your rotor or anything crazy like that. So I found this system to be epic for me. If you guys are looking for a perfect system for your short course truck, Tekin RX8 Gen 2, Tekin Pro 4 HD, and Thunder Power LiPos. I highly recommend it. So far, they've been treating me great. I will give you guys some long-term updates once I start using this stuff even more, but I can't wait to use this stuff. Now, for racing, this pack should be fine. Most races will say that you'll need 6,500 milliamp to 7,000, but once again, this pack is very underrated for what it is. It is rated 6,000 milliamp, but I'm getting 12 minutes of run time. And I have to say I'm running all this stuff very hard. And also, I still had 3.7 volts in each cell left. So you shouldn't have an issue of running out of battery in the middle of a main. You should get plenty of practice laps in, as well as finishing the 10-minute main. So that's pretty much it for today, guys. Thanks for watching, and please rate, comment, or subscribe.